Hello and welcome back, guys. This is iCast coming at you guys with a 1v1 that I just got sent in literally 10 minutes ago from my good friend iWin, the blue Zerg player spawning bottom right, against his opponent, the red Protoss, Google, spawning top right. And I'm very excited about this game. I've actually seen Google play before. He's got great micro and perhaps even better macro, but only time will tell as we watch this game. I'm very excited to cast this. I'm finally being able to cast some games from higher leagues rather than bronze and silver like I have been doing lately. So hopefully we'll see a great matchup here. But let's not go all out on Google here. iWin still needs a great introduction. He's been doing great his past couple of games. He just moved to Diamond from Platinum about a week and a half ago, and I think he definitely deserves it. He's no noob at this game. Anyways, we got our scout coming out from Google, and iWin has already used his extractor trick to get that extra drone out. What we're going to be seeing here is looks like a fast expand based off this pylon. I can't imagine why else he'd put it out there unless he was going to throw a forge down and some towers. But he has found his Zerg opponent, and he's going to be trying to keep the scout alive as long as he can, dance around in his base. And we have the spawning pool coming down for iWin with his Overlord out to scout. Second one over here going top right, looks like, so he'll be seeing his opponent very soon. But this probe is going to be chased out of here by a drum. And what do we have here? The forge has gone down, so he's going to try a fast expand against his Zerg opponent. Right now the supply at 15 and 13. Google slightly ahead with his workers. He has been spinning his chrono boost very wisely on his probes, trying to get those out as fast as he can. But once we see this forge up, I would imagine he'd throw down some towers and his nexus soon. But we do have the first gas coming up for iWin over here. Pumping out more drones, 17 to 15 ratio on the supply currently. And there goes down the first cannon. And right now we're just going to be looking at economy boost, supply skyrocketing, nexus is going down. The probe went ahead and grabbed the Zelnaga tower. Very interesting looking Zelnaga tower, I should point out. Looks like a gateway. So the Overlord should come and scout out where his opponent is pretty soon. And I would imagine as soon as he gets the resources, he'll lay down that nexus and about 110 minerals. So he does have 2 cannons down just in case any kind of Zerglings come in, which they will be on their way. He has split them up to go check things out. And the Overlord is kind of checking out this little sheep right now. But there goes down the nexus. More towers or cannons coming up, sorry. And right now we just have the Queen getting injections in, drones pumping out. Both players working very hard. Let's take a look at the APM. The Zerg player's APM is substantially higher than Protoss, but right now it's just a bunch of spamming, I would imagine. There's not too much to control anyways. But he's going to be putting down some more supply depots to power those cannons, so the cannons can't be taken out, disengaged, turned off, if you will, by destroying one single pylon or so. But the Zerg player down here is going to go ahead and throw down his hatchery now. That's a 25 hatchery, I should point out. So not too fast. The fastest that I usually see is a 15 expand, 15 hatch. So right now he's just going to take it a little bit slow, get units out before he gets his hatchery down. But whereas the Protoss player will be throwing down towers to guard himself, making a beautiful wall complete right here, so any kind of Zerglings have to run around the cannons just to get inside of his main, which with this amount of cannons I would say that they would die before they even get in. So he does have his gateway down and the cybernetics core coming up with a beautiful curved wall all the way around his expansion there. So he'll start probing up this area, and the Zerglings will do a run by, and a couple of them will get picked off, but they're going to try to take out this forge and then run up into the main. But this cannon is working away at the Zerglings as fast as he can. Yeah, he's micromanaging his Zerglings by having one on the cannon so that he can pull one back every now and then. But a probe's going to come out and try to take off a Zergling. I don't know what's going on there, but he's going to get killed. And the second gateway down right there just to help reinforce the wall. But the forge has gone down, and the Zerglings are going to flood into the main. So let's see if he can pick off any drones. But the drones are going to fight back, so he's going to try to hack away at this nexus and see what he can do. I don't see any units coming out currently for Google, so right now this nexus is just going to go down, but it's going to take about 6 or 7 probes off the line. The Zealot is out to come help, and he's just going to be dancing his Zerglings around the base, just kind of taking little nicks off here and there, each building, getting their shields down. It's going to recharge, so it doesn't matter right now, but it's going to try to get a few drone kills. Let's see, has he actually gotten anything? No, he's got one worker down, and that was one that went out earlier and tried to take on the Zerglings all by himself. But he's going to be doing some dancing around, trying to pick off as much as he can. He's going to make these Zerglings as efficient as possible. But he decides, you know what, this is a waste of time. I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to go try to kill off his workers. Oh, and he's going to run the Zerglings right into all the cannons and lose all of them. I imagine he was going to try and get some drone kills down there since the Zelt wasn't down there, but he did not expect all 4 of these towers to be hacking away at him. And we got 2 gateways down. He's got a worker transfer going on down here. Meanwhile, the Queen has been injecting this hatchery there and the second one up there. We got a creep spread coming down, droning heavily, and a roach warren in the back. It's a smartly placed roach warren right here, so that if the scout does come in, there's a small chance that he'll see the roach warren and see what iWin is actually going for. But on the other hand, he has been producing some zealots, I believe, 2 zealots and a stalker, and he's going to lay down a couple more pylons and a 3rd gateway to keep his production up. And he's going to keep droning both of his expansions, getting +1 damage on the way. So we'll be seeing some slightly upgraded units from Google. And we got the 3rd hatchery. He's going to try and secure that one as fast as he can before Google has enough units to come over and do any kind of damage, which I would imagine iWin would have enough for it anyways. And his evolution chamber has come down, so he'll start getting upgrades on his own units. But he's going to keep pumping out Zerglings just in case. He's going to keep defense up, keep hold of the Xel'Nagas, which he's doing a great job of. He'll have exactly the right idea of when his opponent's going to come and try to do anything. But these Zerglings are going to come over and scout and get picked off immediately. The sentry finishing that one off. A nicely placed sentry. He can do any kind of force fields on these Zerglings in case they try and come in and do anything. So he's going to cut a couple more pylons down. He's spending his resources very resourcefully, I might say. And he's going to get a couple more gateways down. The Twilight Council going to get blink on his stalkers. And little does he know there is a changeling in the base, or actually a lot does he know. The drones are going to go over, the probes, sorry, and zap the crap out of that changeling and get rid of him, so the scout will no longer have sight in his base. But he's going to keep getting units out, keep probing up, getting his economy up. But with the 3rd base, if he can get it up and running, I would imagine that he would actually have, iWin would actually have a better economy, because he'll know exactly when his opponent is coming. He'll be able to get a lot of units out with all these queens injecting larvae, and his upgrades are on the way. He's got overlords on the map, keeping an eye on what's going on. I would imagine that he will have a pretty solid defense against anything immediate coming from Google. But then again, we have, oh my gosh, is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 gateways, 8 warp gates, I might point out, with blink coming up, with +1 done, and +2 armor on the way. This is looking pretty bad for iWin now, because he can warp in 8 things at a time. He's going to be patrolling around his base just in case anything's coming in. But he does have that double forge down, so he's got +2/+2 on the way for his ground units. So we got some trouble coming for iWin if he doesn't fester up something quick. But he does have that 3rd base on top of everything, so he might be able to get units out fast enough. Even though his units won't be quite upgraded as much, he might be able to overpower Google. But we'll see what's going down. He's got his overseer, chilling outside the base, keeping an eye on at least his economy, but I don't know if he's actually spotted the additional gateways. He's seen a couple, but looks like he just ran a Zergling into his base again just to see what was going on, and yeah, it got picked off pretty hard by those stalkers. So right now he's going to send his Zerglings up to the Xel'Naga. Hopefully maybe he's counting on using those as a counterattack once once the Google units come straight down this path to his base, which they're going to go ahead and move out right now. So I would imagine that this is going to be pretty hard to stop if Google is microing his stalkers correctly, which I've seen him do pretty well. But he does know it's coming. Zergan's going to get taken down. He's going to check out that Zelnage real quick and then move on. And he's got a probe with him to lay down a pylon. And these overlords are completely out of position. They're going to get picked off. And that's going to take down his supply cap pretty hard. And here come the infestors coming. A beautiful fungal. The roaches are going to start taking down. And an even more beautiful guardian shield covering everything in sight. But these stalkers are going to be going to town on these roaches, warping the, blinking the weaker ones to the back. The roaches are going to get a pretty good surround, but he's going to blink forward, throw down some infested Terran and try to do some kind of damage. But it looks like the stalkers are overpowering the roaches with 2/2 armor and damage. So I don't really see this going well for iWin at all. He just lost his overseer down. He's got additional reinforcements being warped in. His infestors are frantically running for their lives. This is huge. The queen's going down. The drones are going to come in and try and do something against these stalkers, but these force fields are going to stop anything from doing anything against his units. Meanwhile, he's macroing beautifully back at his base. Both players having about 150 current APM. The stalkers are going to reinforce themselves and move up even farther. We got a 120 supply to 90. The stalker count is way bigger than the roach count. He's got about 25 stalkers all up in his base with sentries against just a couple of brood lords, roaches, infestors. Not too much going on for iWin. It looks like this could be the GG. I don't see him doing anything else to stop this. Looks like he's just gonna go to town on that second expansion on his natural, and he's gonna keep warping in more stalkers. This looks like it could be the end for iWin unless he can pull off some kind of miracle. But he's going to get these roaches out of the way until he can build up additional reinforcements to come fight these stalkers. But I really don't see anything else going on. The drones are going to run right through the paths of the stalkers, get picked off. Roaches are going to try and come from behind. But there's just way too many units for Google. 135 to 91 now. Everything's getting just picked off. The stalkers are coming in. Corruptor just kind of hanging out right now. And not much he can do against the stalkers. He's going to try to make his way over there. But he's going to go ahead and push up, and this looks like it could be it. He's going to start sending his probes over to this to start getting additional minerals. But he's in iWin's base, took out the couple of brood lords that he had. He's got one more coming, but there's nothing he can do. This is GG. I don't see this going anywhere. So there comes the GG from iWin. Well played, left the game. So we had a very great game on our hands today. So just keep up with the channel, and hopefully I can get a lot more higher league games in. Should be very interesting. So we'll see you guys next time.